My name is Walter Johnson. I'm Director of Global Communications at Interparfums, a fragrance manufacturing company based out of New York. When people say, Walter, what do you do for a living? I tell them I'm a storyteller and a cheerleader. Because basically working in the world of global communications, what my responsibility is to help create content that tells the story of the brands that I'm working with. The way that we would basically go about creating visual content and actually copy is sort of in the same thing. If we look at one of our brands, I mean, working with fragrances, you know, for me, fragrances is all about emotions, it's about passions, it's about memories. So we are actually in the process of launching a new fragrance this week throughout North Asia. The designer is she's American, but she's of Asian descent. And the story of the fragrance revolves around this idea of a wedding that she went to in Tahiti a year ago for a family member. So when the fragrance concept is revolving around an inspiration that made it onto her runway, what we do is take a step back and look at the initial inspiration. In the fragrance industry, every fragrance has an inspiration that creates a story. So visually now, if we're launching a fragrance that revolves around a designer's inspiration of Tahiti, or the designer who was inspired by a Hollywood muse, you know, it's understanding more of the story and then creating a visual world that sort of expresses and tells that story. So for me, creating content is always about looking at the truth of what this story is all about and connecting that story to the consumer. A picture does tell 1,000 words, and it's my job to make sure that those 1,000 words that this image is portraying tells a beautiful story.